Hi, we're at the end of the year party. I guess that's about it. Oh, that fishing thing was a bust that you just saw, by the way. Nothing happened. So here we go, end of the year party.
Your intro?
Stone Crab Alley. It is Friday evening.
In the Puerto Rico. Brian Harris, hit it up.
You ready?
I'm ready. Hang on, let me sneak in here a little bit so that card noise doesn't get in front of the microphone. All right, do it to it.
Okay, my funniest story is we were somewhere in Canada during that entire month that we were there, which was the longest month. But I decided to go down and smoke a cigarette. And Annemarie calls me and says, "What are you doing?" I go, "Well, I'm going to have a cigarette." She goes, "Can I join you?" And I said, "Sure, come on down." So she shows up in her pajamas, no socks, no shoes on, and we go down into the elevator. As we're leaving the elevator, security stops us and says, "Excuse me, sir, but the next time you bring your children downstairs, would you mind them to put on their shoes and socks?" Annemarie is livid and says, "Excuse me, but I'm 29 years old." The guy still didn't care. He just wanted the little children to put their shoes on.
Well, not you,
story.
just in general.
No, just Annemarie.
Very good. Thank you, Brian Harris.
You're welcome.
Ann, you got anything for us?
Not at the moment.
Not at the moment?
Not at the moment.
Just multiple tattoos. From your man's
Check out her back.
Johann, you got anything?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Here in Puerto Rico, actually, it happened. Don, Tony, and I decided to go to Culebra. And we were going to rent 3 bicycles and just ride around the island or whatever. The bicycles to rent was $15 for the whole day. So it was going to be $45 for the 3 of us. This lady came to pick us up in a 1973 Volkswagen SUV kind of thing. With no top. It was really fun and loud. So we say, "This is what we'd like to rent." And she says, "Well, it's only $45 for the whole day. So for the bike price, we got the thing." Cool. We're driving around.
Which was actually a Volkswagen thing, yeah?
Yeah, it's the Volkswagen 73 SUV looking thing.
What's it called?
It's called a thing.
Volkswagen Thing.
Oh, it is actually called the thing?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I think we were joking.
No, that's what we told you.
So we rented a 73 Volkswagen thing. Cool. So we're driving. We went to eat, and it was about 4 o'clock. We decided to go to the southernmost part of the island, which is Punta Soldado, very in the middle of nowhere. 20 minutes away from the city. I'm driving the thing, and I'm driving. All of a sudden, I try to turn left, but the thing decides to go right. I tried to go right, the thing starts to go left. I broke the damn steering. And the thing, I'm going down this very rocky thing with a ledge next to us, like to fall down. Well, it turns out that we were in the middle of nowhere, finally and then it started raining. There's no roof in this thing, so of course, So we basically stayed there for like 15 minutes until somebody finally drove. 2 fishermen were gonna go fishing. Finally, scared out of my mind, I got in the car with them. They drove me back to town. They didn't want to take a tip or anything, which was good people are left in the world. Come back about an hour later with the owner of the things, because he has another one. Came back and finally got it. We made it for the ferry, but it was interesting.
So Johann broke the steering in a 1973 Volkswagen Thing.
That's essentially what that whole 10-minute
But
is about.
the best part of the whole thing is we're coming back from Puerto here, and Don is driving the rental car. We get a flat tire. So, and the day kept going better and better. So, thank you. Love you, Mom.
Did they charge you for breaking it?
No. The guy was cool. There was no money involved. No need.
You got anything?
That's his story, and all I have to say is El Conquistador. That's it. It's understood. Thanks.
No, they don't know what it is.
Oh, you'll understand as you go.
Oh yeah, because somebody else is going to tell that story.
Well, if they don't,
Oh
come
no.
back.
If you need an explanation, there'll be 4 of us that can explain it.
All right. Hey, Jay. You got any fun end of tour stories you can share?
Oh, this is story time?
This is story time.
All tour, whenever.
Just
Okay,
a favorite good memory or something.
Well, David reminded me of this. I couldn't think of anything else really, but I had kind of a crazy night, and one of the first crazy things was Jason started to get into a fight with somebody. Apparently, this was something I was reminded of later, and I guess I broke up the fight just by kind of pointing out the fact that this other guy looked like Ralph Macchio. I was like, hey, Ralph Macchio, what's going on, Ralph Macchio? And that apparently made him feel good, and that got out of the fight. And later on that night, I was propositioned by. Did I mention this was Vegas? Did I already say that?
No, not yet.
Okay, when I was in Vegas. This is a horrible story. I thought I was gonna be talking to people. I don't interact with machines well. But anyway, later on in the night,
on stage.
right.
It's starting to drizzle. It's not
But
good.
so anyway, prostitutes propositioned me as I was sitting at a bar having a drink, playing like the video poker.
Actually,
And
you weren't playing a video poker.
Are we going
you were
in?
sitting at a bar trying to
Vacate
get
to the covered area.
Okay, we're going to the covered area. We're going to continue this in the covered area.
no.
Yeah.
Look at those.
Good luck, Doc.
Oh, I'll get it.
Ridiculous. All right, what? Vegas prostitutes.
Man, this is a lame story, and I wish I hadn't started it. But anyway, so they came up to
I
me.
can rewind this. We go right over.
All right. They started talking to me saying, hey, we can get out of here and have a good time after we had been, sort of chit-chatting or whatever. And I just looked at her and I was like, what are you talking about? I'm having a great time right now, don't you? She's like, no, seriously, we can get out of here. We can have a good time. And I said, yeah, I'm serious. Like, I am having a good time. I don't know what you're talking about. Neither fascinating or very amusing. But there you have it.
There it is. Thank you very much. And real quick,
Thank you very little.
Real quick, the note in Poughkeepsie. How was that?
The note and
The note, the I feel this way. Note, the housekeeping note.
Do you have the notes still?
Oh, okay, good call. That's a better note. Of course I do.
No
You
way.
got one ready while he's digging it out?
Yes, but mine will take a second while he's digging that.
I've got it.
The note. Let's see the note.
I didn't know
I got-
that you kept it.
I got home from work on a Sunday, and still don't know for sure if maybe somebody put this in my room as a trick, but apparently I got this note. This note was left underneath my door. I'll read it to you though. Anyway, so I open my door and I find this. Hi, this housekeeping. Okay, I see you on your room when I cleaned, and I like you too much. You are very handsome. I'm sorry, but I feel this. Thank you.
Are you
So,
making fun of
it's a
Hispanic people?
little pick me up. No, just the way it was written. If I
making fun of Hispanic people?
sound Hispanic, I don't mean to offend any nationality. That's just my silly voice.
You're a silly boy.
Yeah.
All right, hit it up.
All right, we're in Seattle, and Jason Hurley, the sound guy at the beginning of the year, you might have him on an earlier tape somewhere.
Not yet.
Oh, okay. But Jason Hurley falls in one night. It's about maybe 2:30 or so. I've fallen asleep about 2 hours ago. Comes in and proceeds to try to curl up with me in bed.
Oh, that's right.
But we have two double beds, and I'm on the inside here. But he decides he still has to come in and get the 3 inches of bed right next to me. And I'm like, Jason, man, you've got your own bed. Go to sleep. He's like, no, come on, man, just scoot over. Just scoot over. Let's snuggle. Just scoot over, man. And I was like, no, Jason, get your own bed. He's like, look, man, I got $30. Just move over. I pay rent here too. And I was like, no, Jason, that's okay. So finally, he gives up on the idea after trying to squeeze into bed with me. He stumbles head first onto the next bed and then climbs over Jay to get to his spot against the wall. The next morning, as I'm taking a shower, Jason's still in a drunken stupor. I get out of the shower and Jason opens the door to take a leak. I'm like, Jason, dude, I just got out of the shower here. Do you mind? He's like, oh, sorry, man. No problem, dude. All right, take care. All right, that's cool. So that is the beginning of Jason Snuggles.
And I'm sure there'll be more because Judy's got
I'm
to follow.
sure there are.
All right, thank you. All right, you crazy
As I
bastard. You got,
Hell
you got anything in your last month here, your first month here, whatever?
Yeah, you want to film where we're gonna pass out tonight?
There, I got it.
The beach whale and a flopping dolphin.
Good Lord, Tony.
I know.
But where'd the straw go?
You need a bigger straw.
Do you have a story or anything for me?
Store from store.
Funny story for you.
Generally, all the things that are interesting, I don't remember. That's the
I
problem.
can't imagine why.
Well, we already told the car
He's the perpetrator of the funny things. That's the thing.
Yeah, there was the VW thing.
Yeah, it was Johann got that.
Yeah, I already told that story.
And now I got a flat tire.
What else do I have?
More food.
I don't know. Keep thinking while you're drinking.
I'm trying.
Eric, you got anything funny that happened?
Funny?
Anything good that happened?
I think it was the other.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. Like, Sharon.
Yeah?
Sharon's pre-show parties, I'm sure she'll show you mine later.
I'll show you my impression of you at a free show party.
Good.
Okay, wait, I need a wall. I need a wall. What up? Oh, do you need help?
This is Eric at a pre-show party?
not true. That is so
Eric at a free show party.
Do the Sharon one real quick.
This is Sharon at a meet and greet.
I'm Eric at a free show party.
I need to order food.
Oh yeah, no.
No, explain the story though.
Okay.
I was in a total daze.
Yeah,
Find it hard to believe.
hard to imagine. When she was leaning on a railing like that.
It was really funny.
It was really funny. And she was leaning on a railing. And the little kids are scared.
Very scared.
Scared of the Muppets.
And the mother says,
The mother, like, trying to...
she was really afraid of Santa and blah, 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 and maybe she shouldn't go near him. And I'm just all like 2 seconds later.
Like,
I would do that.
Like, force the child to go up there. It was a riot.
It really was.
A little tired, were we?
I think we
It
peed.
was funny.
What's up?
Don't go down my shirt.
I can't help it.
Hey, Raina, can you do one in my whole life for me? My whole life?
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Do you have a
All the
funny
girls
story?
went out and got drunk one night, and Raina was in the cab, and she decided to talk about one of those things that she's never done in her whole life. It was pretty funny, so we had to pick on her for like a week. Good week, we heard that one, huh?
It's the best kind, though. Who else we gotta hit up?
Okay, so my favorite story has to do with Jason. Bless his bloody heart, love him to death. And it all started, I'm sure you might have heard about snuggling.
He snuggled up with
And I
Todd.
snuggled up with Todd in the van one time, and coming home from Ottawa. And it all started, how did it all, it started about snuggles.
Because he tried to sleep with a fat girl and he just liked to snuggle instead of try to have sex with her or something.
Yeah, but he wasn't sure because sometimes he liked to jump on guys when they were asleep after he'd had a little bit too much to drink. So it all became Snuggles the butt fucker. And Snuggles,
That's his pirate name.
that was his pirate name. And Snuggles,
Oh, was it Viking name?
Snuggles the butt fucker might have been able to wear a horn hat with horns and the little braids, the blonde braids. And so, oh yeah, he had to have a turkey leg too because he did like to gnaw on the bone. I don't believe I just said that. But so anyway, Jason became Snuggles the butt fucker.
We should have bought him that hat in
We
production
should
from the
have bought him
convenience store.
that hat.
Would have
Yeah.
been nice.
Yeah.
Thank
There
you,
you have it.
Greg, what the hell is that?
Choking now.
What's wrong with you?
Woo! I need more.
Yeah?
Give me more, man.
That's a pretty big drink you got there.
You got me hooked on this here. You had a Long Island the other night.
Yeah, man.
Remember that? You said, hey, can you finish this? I'm like, fuck yeah. Said 40 out, but I still think his glass was bigger.
Yeah, his glass.
They claim it's the same size, but no, that's bigger.
That's way bigger. That big freaking.
Look, compare.
Well, you know what? Volume-wise.
I mean, yeah, that's a V shape, but still, I think it's a bigger glass.
Yeah, I think it is.
I'm
too.
getting robbed.
Yeah, I agree with you. You should go bust some
I
ass.
want my money back.
There you go. Just like the brass rail.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
All right, you gotta tell the story, dude. Go ahead.
Story. And this end of your. This
Yeah, this is it. Hey, let me get it on the light.
Am
so
I
we
like
get a
on the
little
film now?
bit. Yeah.
Alright, this end of your story spiel?
Yeah.
The favorite thing that happened to me, huh?
Yeah, this is good. I love this
Was
one.
in Reading, right?
Yeah, I think it was the fancy hotel.
Reading,
The old hotel.
Reading, Pennsylvania, the Lincoln something hotel. But I got in there really drunk one night. You were there. Chuck was there. Todd was there. Top of the ego. Chuck laughed. This fine blonde, big fucking breast, man. sitting there, I'm like ogling her, man, like wanting her, and she's like, come here. So I go over there, she's like, I'm making a video, I'm doing my video, and I'm like, yeah! I didn't know she's a porn star at this moment. And she goes, don't be in my video, she goes, mind if I sign your dick? I'm like, huh? That's the first thing she asked me. I'm like,
Sign your dick?
That's the first thing she asked. She goes, can I sign your cock? I'm making a video. Cock, dick, whatever you want to call it. But can I sign? I'm like, yeah, all right. Yeah.
Johnson.
She fucking grabs my shorts, unbuckles it, like pulls me down. She's bent over the chair. I'm like, ooh, baby. And spanking my ass hard, man. I'm like, woohoo, yeah. Hit me harder, baby. You had to been there tonight, man. It's great. It's fucking great, man.
What's her name?
Lana Lots, man.
There you go.
www.lanalots.com on the website, but spanking it, baby.
If I see a picture of you getting spanked on that website, I'm gonna have to cancel my internet.
It's great though, man. It's fucking great, man. He's like, dude, I might try to get up in the room. It's like, no, it's just for a video. I'm like, fuck. But it came to a point, finally, this little black man walks in there, man. He's like, all right, son. The bar's closed, you can pull up your pants now. I'm like, damn, I'm having fun, man. Come on, it's Reading, Pennsylvania. Good story, man.
Thank you very much.
Woo! That wraps up 2002.
That sure does, doesn't it? John, I heard you said you got one.
Videos in the back.
John's got a story.
I want to tell mine while I'm thinking of it.
All right.
I think we're in Grand Rapids, but I'm not sure.
Do you want me to come back?
No.
Oh, you got it.
I can't remember the cities, so it doesn't
Don't worry
really
about
matter. But a bunch of us were in a car going bar hopping and stuff, and I was in the back seat and I kept bitching. I was like, I gotta pee, man, let me out. So we pull over by this building, right? And it's like, just go right over there. So I run over there. It seems like a dark, quiet alley. I start peeing, right? All of a sudden this door opens and I'm peeing on this businessman's leg. True story. And he looks at me and he goes, hand down. There you go. He goes, you're an asshole, but I'm married, so we're even. And he walks away.
Walks out?
Yeah. Because I'm just. It was great. That's it.
All right, hit it up.
Okay, Anne's funny story for this year would have to be April Fool's Day when we were in New Brunswick, New Jersey.
Oh, yeah.
And a little prank that I played on our head prop guy, Todd Smith, that involved flying his work crate out. Which, by the way, I just want to add for the record, I was going to fill it with styrofoam peanuts on top of crepe papering and saran wrapping it too. But I just couldn't get my hands on like 400 pounds of styrofoam peanuts. So
Not for a reasonable price.
Yeah, not for a reasonable price.
Yeah.
So with the aid of Jerry and Mike, our trusted compatriots in crime, we flew his crate out 30 feet in the air, leaving a few streamers down for purposes of identification and finding it. And it wasn't until Joel walked by and kind of looked up and said, "Oh, that must really suck," that he actually realized that it was up in the air.
Yeah, it took a while.
Yeah. However, I'm still expecting some kind of retaliation.
You got 1 day to get it to you.
Yeah, one day.
That's very good. Thank you. That's good stuff.
Well, that's coming up pretty quickly. 1, 2, 3. When I came out.
Yeah, it's a great story. Too bad it's over, huh? People are gonna be 3 shows in a loadout tomorrow. You guys are insane.
What do you mean? Where's yours at? Where's yours at?
Mine's this big.
No, come on. You need a real. Come on.
That's a real drink?
Come on. We're trying to see how many more people can fit on the
Do they
lawn
have little
tonight.
tropical umbrellas in there?
Huh?
Little tropical umbrellas. Have some.
No, they were out of them.
Oh, that's too bad. Julie, you got any funny stories from this year?
All I have to say is conquistador. That's all I got to say.
Okay, nobody's telling me what that means, but people are just saying that. All right. I'll see you. Hi, how are you?
I'm very good.
Good. Do you have any entertaining stories from the last month or so you've been with us, or 2 months, whatever it was?
Yes. One of the
the most entertaining stories was when Julie was in Snuffy and got caught behind the curtain, and it was her voice and just Big Bird on the stage.
True.
The other day, the lovely experience of the curtain as well as my foot getting caught under the ladder. That had to take the cake for me.
No. You want to hear a ladder story? This one doesn't even come close. I have the ladder story of the century.
That goes way back.
Beginning of the tour. Where were we? Oh, you weren't there. No, sure wasn't.
Long time ago.
Yeah. Top of the ladder, opening number. What's that thing called? Window drop?
Window drop, yeah.
This comes to swipe across. And spun the ladder out. I fly off the top ladder in Telly, which is the fattest costume we have here on tour.
Luckily.
Yeah. Land on my head and neck.
Not so luckily.
No. From the top of the ladder, knock out, passed out, unconscious, on stage. Had to be dragged off in my costume, this side of the thing. Had no idea what was going on. Had to go to the hospital. I had concussion and all kinds of stuff. It was really, really shitty. So the whole packing number when Telly's supposed to be out there, there was no Telly, right, Raina? Because you had to go in for me that day.
Thank you. That's a very positive, upbeat story. Thank you.
Oh, did you want to hear something fun?
No, it's all.
All right, we go out one night in New York. David comes home so drunk, and he walks in the door, and Brian scares the shit out of him, so he lands on the floor, like, sleeping. Can't wake him up. We have these Moby Dill pickles about this big. So he shoved one in his hand, and Brian took a bite out of it. He never knew. He slept like that all night, wakes up the next morning with his jacket on, and this pickle smeared all over his face and like in his hair. I have pictures of it, so if you bring your camera tomorrow, I can show you pictures. It's been a great year.
Was that New York, you said?
Yes.
Funny. Thank you.
You gonna tape this?
Yeah, I'm gonna tape it.
Beginning of the year. Jen, David, who else? Johann, Annemarie, and I were at a bar, and Smith called Jen like a number of times, and every time she called, I'd pick up the phone and I'd be like, "Sorry, I can't hear you. Call me back." And then after about probably 3 or 4 times, then I kept telling him, yeah, that I was his girlfriend. Yeah, that too. I was Jen's boyfriend, and Lori, what are you doing? So then he kept getting pissed off. He's like, "Who the fuck is this? Tell me who it is." Blah blah blah. And
you must have disguised your voice pretty well.
yeah, no, not really, actually. So then about 4 or 5 times later, I call him back on my cell phone, and it comes up, you know, Schrader, and I'm like, "Hey," he goes, "Hey Schrader, how's it going?" I go, "Good. I'm still in Maine. I'm wondering, have you seen Sharon?" And he says something. I go, "What's her number?" And I start like messing up the number on purpose. And then I'm like, "Oh, I can't hear you. Call me back." And then he still didn't get it, so he calls me back. And then he calls Jen like 5 minutes later, and he still didn't know.
Call me back.
It was just crazy.
When was this? Minnesota, you said? Way back?
Minnesota.
David, you got any good stories? Thank you.
I'm just not allowed to dance in Vegas where prostitution is legal.
That makes complete sense.
Thank you. Or maybe Johann's breaking his pinky toe in the middle of his show because he didn't stretch out enough.
Oh, that's right.
Stick dancing.
Sick boy broke his pinky toe. Sad day. Sick boys everywhere.
Or maybe Lori thinking there's 5 chairs at a 4-set fan table and falling down. I don't know.
Yeah, but
It's an honest mistake. It's very dark.
you got anything other than that, Larry?
David, you had a bad hair tonight. I don't know whether you cut my hair or not, Tom.
We tell like
everywhere tonight, man. Like, I'll stick it out.
stories from last year.
New City, Colorado Springs. Erin, Carly, our former Ernie, Scotty, myself, Lori, and Erin. I think I mentioned Erin. And Kim, our ex-assistant production manager. We're all there. We're done about 9 o'clock at Walmart. We call a cab. Half hour later, we call the cab back. asking where he's at. 10 minutes later, we call back. You're our #1 caller. You're on the way. You're our #1 caller. We end up sitting there for 3 hours. No cab shows up.
You're kidding me.
It's about 11:30 at night. We start walking back to the hotel in Colorado Springs. We get about halfway there, the cab shows up. Of course, Erin is just fuming. I'm fucking taking the cab! Excuse my language. Just very upset about the whole thing. We're like, well, we're halfway there. I might as well continue walking. Kim goes, well, hell, I'm getting in the van. Now, mind you, Kim had to go back in Walmart to buy a blanket to walk home with. Carly bought a sweatshirt because she was cold. I'm in shorts. Scotty's in shorts. We're sitting there freezing. Carly has an extra sweatshirt tied around her waist the whole time walking back. We're about less than a block away from the hotel. The cab comes back, goes, your cab's taken care of. We'll drive you back to the hotel. So we get back about 2 o'clock from a 9 o'clock call for a cab.
That's unbelievable.
Walmart sucks.
I thought it was Kmart.
We sat and watched the prices fall for hours.
No, it was Walmart, right?
Walmart, yeah. Walmart, yeah.
You're next.
Conquistador, that's all I have to say.
Okay. Thank you. Go ahead.
Okay, so Yakima, Washington, it's the week of Halloween. We decide to go to a corn maze in Yakima to go like try to make it through, and it's actually a big cornfield that has a maze cut through it, and there's guys with chainsaws and stuff that jump out at you and all sorts of stupid stuff.
Why wouldn't there be?
Well, it's just interesting. Ooh, Sunday, hi, yum.
Okay,
Looks
sorry.
good. Anyway, so we're running through there, and I'm actually running through with Jason, who's long gone now.
And he's in quite a few stories.
Yeah, he's in quite a few stories because he's always the drunk dumbass. Anyways, so we're running through, and he's behind me, and as I'm running, I see myself tripping over a piece of corn and falling to the ground because my ankle is rolled. And so I acquired the nickname Corn Roll because I got a sprain in my ankle and was out of the show for 2.5, almost 3 weeks. The company had even taken me off the payroll. Thanks to Tim, I got put back on it. Yeah, so I was pretty much gone, and Tim and Sharon pulled me back out and had to sit out the first week in Canada. It was fun though.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Glad you still live.
Yeah, me too. Glad I made it here.
Absolutely. Dude, tell me something for God's sake. Anything. Anything?
Hold up, man.
What are you doing?
Have you seen the girls I'm taking pictures of?
Oh, yeah. Real quick before I forget, is my recording? Yeah. Real quick before I forget, I want to tell the story of how the sound went out during the show, and we were done for, what were we? We were down for like half hour, 45 minutes. This no, it wasn't quite that long, but it was a long time. It was like 20 minutes or more. The sound was out. We had to sit there and wait for the sound to come back up. That's about it. I don't remember what city that was or anything. We fixed the problem. Jason made a problem and we fixed it. That's all. Oh wait.
And I got a second intermission because of that.
That's true. Twice the intermission business.
Yeah, that was great.
Twice the frustration with the people.
Yeah, that was great too.
You know, we suffer any odds today.
Some things never change.
We sat there for 4.5 hours waiting for stuff.
Is that a good thing?
You know what?
In a way.
Yeah. At least something's consistent. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, real quick.
What, David? What? Okay. People think I pick at my costume, but I don't really. Well, I do, because it feels good when you stick your finger in there, and the threads underneath the amoebas, they kind of like have little knots and stuff. And so I pick at my costume, but...
Weird.
Who fixes your mech the best, huh? I want to know who fixes your mechs the best.
Judy, I'm afraid Judy gets mad, so sometimes I tell David.
Thank you. Yeah.
Wait. There's 4 angels now?
Oh yeah, like smile.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's about 2:30 in the morning. I don't know what city we're in. We're going, I think it was New Jersey.
Yeah,
and
Steve-O's.
2:30 in the morning, Greg goes, you guys outside? We're like, no, because I'm right outside. We go to the window, he's not out there. I'm still on my cell phone. Where are you, Greg? Woo-hoo! it feels great. I go, where are you? I don't know. I'm on the interstate and I feel the wind whipping in my ass. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm mooning everybody going by. Greg, where are you? I don't know. Woo, it feels great. So we like get dressed, we go outside looking for Greg. We see him finally walking. Woohoo, woohoo! He's all yelling down the interstate. He goes, you know what I need right now? I need a meatball sub. So I'm walking to the gas station with him. We get inside and he goes, you know what else I need? I need a Puerto Rican prostitute and a meatball sub. Woo! Woo! Keep yelling it, keep yelling it. Hey, I was with Johnny and I don't know who else. I lost them somewhere. I think they ran away when I was on the interstate mooning everyone. Woo! All night long to about 3:30 in the morning.
It's the same night that Tony passed out in the graveyard.
Yeah, Tony was in the graveyard with Johnny Rotten.
Say what it is. The end of the Conquistador story.
Secret of the end of the Conquistador story. This is very secretive. So, we go to the Conquistador, which is out in Fajardo. We go out there because we met these guys. These two guys that are like very nice looking guys here at Lupe's in San Juan. So, they invite us to go out there. We go to the resort. They treat us to drinks. They like wine and dine us for 2 nights. Like, Julie and I end up hanging out with the 2 guys that originally we met, and we've got phone numbers. We're keeping in touch with them. They're like great guys. Raina and Brandi met 2 other guys there, and they're all with this company that sells pharmaceutical. It's a pharmaceutical company, and they're all like the top-notch guys of the company for the past year. So this is their trip that the company provides to them. So everything that they put on the rooms is completely comped. We got so liquored up. The first night we went down there, we ended up watching the sun come up on the pools and the jacuzzis overlooking the ocean. Other islands in the distance, like sun coming up. We didn't get back here until 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. Went out there again, then that following night, got back, we took clothes to stay because we figured we'd probably end up getting trashed again and staying again. So, needless to say, we spent 2 nights in a gorgeous resort out in Fajardo, Puerto Rico.
And didn't spend a dime.
And didn't spend a single damn thing.
Friggin' women.
Hell yeah. Damn Skippy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Don't tell them I told you.
I don't know. Nobody can see this but me anyway.
Oh!